Greetings, Keechlings. Keech Prime here with my live reaction of Iruma-kun Chapter 436, Idle Chat. Alright, so we are out of the flashback, presumably, because now we have Amari and Henry back where this conversation all started, and that she's contemplating is more or less the whole story of how Miraz and I met. Amari? That's understandable. Finding out that your own mother wasn't a demon but a human is a fact that must have a huge impact on how you view your entire life until now and from now on. It's not something you can accept so suddenly. Amari, father, what happened next? Oh my god, she's treating it like the frickin' mangas. Huh? Amari? Wait, no. I don't mean to rush you. It's just so very moving, and to think that such a thing happened in the Netherworld's past. Of course, I'm surprised about the existence of humans and Border Patrol's involvement, but even more than that, to hear that you had such a passionate love affair is so unexpected, or rather, you're boring, man. And she's just surprised. It's so very warm in a way that soaks deep into my heart. What I mean is, Father, you and Mariah's mother, you both loved one another so very much. It's beautiful. Aw. Thank you, Amari. I thought you would be more upset. That's my daughter. uh, Azazels have unshakable spirits, after all. Yes. Although I was astonished, very much so. But more than anything else, I'm happy. Happy that my father and mother loved each other so much. Happy to know that I'm the culmination of that love. And there's something else. I know it's terrible, tactless to have this on my mind now of all times, but even so, it's a fact I can't overlook. Demons and humans do fall in love. Means that it could happen to Iruma and me as well. Oh god. Nope, slow down. My vision of the future is getting more and more specific. I'm so happy. Amari. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fine. Please continue. Sure. Let me warn you, from this point on, there's nothing beautiful about this story. Oh. Miraz and I did not have much more time together. Huh? Okay, Babel, floor 665, the 13th dinner. Okay, it looks like Glutton is there, actually. Let's see here, absent, Dark Sovereign, Glasha? Absent, Ascendant, Vertisol? I don't know how to pronounce these words. Adu Scataporo? Why do I feel like I'm going to summon a demon? I swear. Report. Oh. So, Belial is actually there. Interesting. A child between a demon and a human. Hard to believe it. Okay, so Nightwalker's there. And yet it's true. Under Border Patrol thorough supervision, the mother and child are both progressing smoothly towards delivery. Wait, why is he making it seem like this was the plan? Oh no. Are they trying to make a way, like, if they can't capture more humans, are they going to cultivate more humans through hybrids and then sacrifice them for the human quality of the blood? Okay, there's Beelzebub. Yeah, I don't know why it's Buff. uh, you truly think about nothing but your own ends, reporting this only once it's all said and done. Did it never even occur to you to consult with us? My Beelzebub, you're so strict. We know little about humans. Impossible to predict what will happen perfectly, but the child of a human and a demon will change the course of the Netherworld's history. It's the first step towards untold discoveries. We have Lady Levy here as well. Or Levi? Is it Levi or Levy? I don't know. Levy makes more sense because I'd hate to call her Lady Jeans. Um, it will make for a magnificent test subject. How optimistic if you mishandle either the human or the child. The repercussions could affect the netherworld itself, you know. Just what do you want from that mother and child? I want them to advance the growth of the netherworld, of course, Lady Levy-sama. What's done is done. There's no undoing it, so let's focus on what happens from now on. What are your thoughts on all of this, Andres? Or Andres? Warrior Brave of the 13 Crowns. Andres Agi? That name doesn't ring a bell. So they must not be a 13 Crown anymore? Well, something that's complicated, or, wait a minute. But, Andres. I can't recall anybody having a connection with that name, but the Augie name, both parts of it kind of do sound familiar, but I don't know the demon that's connected. I don't know. Probably my faulty memory. But humans, they're so valuable. A war could break out over them. Then the power structure would change, and I'd have more work to do. And that would be, well, I probably wouldn't like that very much. You're so courageous and feared on the battlefield. Why do you shrink like that when it comes to meetings? I'm so sorry. I'm just the way I am. Oh, we have a succubus. How about the 13 Crowns? I'll take care of them. The mother and the child. Head of festivals of the 13 Crowns. Renova, or Nove, Rose Hippie. I'm Rose Hippie, and I'm going to give you a dipper. Let's see here. Leave them in my hands, and I'll raise them to perfection. They'll grow into fabulous demons, overflowing with love. Love, love, love. Beelzebub is not caring about that. Add Amorius into the mix, and we'll be run away stronger than ever. Wait, so she was already a 13 Crown member at that point in time? Interesting. She's very young looking, so she must have probably just acquired the title. Head of Lust of the 13 Crowns, Osmodius Amaryllis. Amaryllis! I mispronounced it the first time. The Guaranteed Good Health Team. No, they would most assuredly end up with a screw loose. And what do you think, Sakchan? He helped make this all possible. He's probably very conflicted. Sakchan? Right. I suppose we can only present all our options, so the final decision could be made. How the human and child should be handled, how the 13 Crowns should proceed. As the netherworld is now, the individuals will take precedence over all else. Okay, so now we're on 666 floor. Who is that? Report. Very well. I shall hand down my decree. Wait. Acting Demon King. Kushinashi? Who? Who are you? It's interesting. I mean, she's a very lovely looking demon, though she seems to have very much the aquatic build, with the ears especially. There's like fins, but then there's also what looks like either giant, like, like two different kinds of fins. What the heck? And then the horns. But I mean, horns aren't uncommon amongst demons of any creed or clan, so that's not really that surprising. But let's see, we didn't get a look at her legs, so I don't know if she's like full mermaid or not, because definitely got more aquatic features than I would have thought. But that name, huh? Kushinashi. Also, was she a concubine of the Demon King? Because it seems kind of weird that they're like, as far as we knew, the three greats are kind of become the highest power in the demon world, right? That's kind of what we've been led to believe when the Demon King is no longer among them until one is chosen or appointed or however that process goes. I mean, it could very well just be a power royale until someone just says, "All right, he's strong enough. We ain't defying him." Oh, bow down to the king. That kind of thing. I don't know. We really don't know that much about the demon world in the grand scheme of things, about its highest ruling authority. So, how do you appoint someone temporary status? We have no clue. We don't even know how you become the Demon King. So, it's only been slightly alluded to that um, uh, Mephisto has something to do with it or can affect it, but we don't know. Nothing is really confirmed of my knowledge. If anyone has any ideas or theories, please let me know. But yeah, so we're seeing and the fact that she's like using water magic definitely seems, or at least as far as I know, that's water magic. Holding the glass like that seems like she's probably from the. Wait a minute. Looking at it from this angle, that doesn't look like more fins behind the fins. Those almost look like ram horns, kind of wrapping up underneath her ear. You just can't see it because of the hair. Okay. I'm just getting overly detailed now. I have no idea what to think of how this concluded. I mean, we obviously know that Amari has the life that she has in the present. So obviously things go positive, minus the fact that they lose her mother, as far as we know. She either lost in way of death or just transmigration, I guess you could call it, of going to another world. She gets isekai'd back to the human world, presumably. But those are like the two main options. I don't know of others. Um, Unless she's actually just been enslaved this whole time. Because, like, the whole thing that Henry alludes to is, like, the rest of the story is not as nice and beautiful. So she could very well be enslaved somewhere, and he's fully aware of that. And she's just either making, like, hybrid babies, or they are draining her of her blood and keeping her alive only to sustain that until her dying day. That's really the three options, yeah. Dead, enslavement, or isekai. um, so yeah. And I hope it's the isekai option, if anything else. But considering she's a human giving birth to a half demon, it's likely she died during childbirth. But I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think of the possibilities and the likely of outcomes kind of teeter-totter, because, you can justify anything if you talk about it enough. You know how logic kind of works in that way when it's skewed or flawed. So, I don't know. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Links down below for all my socials. And as always, later days. And until next time, Keishlings, bye-bye.